Hi everyone, welcome back to the Florida Fishing Academy's virtual classroom. My name's Shannon. Today we are going to be learning about marine debris. Marine debris is pretty much any sort of trash that ends up in the ocean or other waterways. NOAA, the National Oceanographic and Atmospheric Administration's definition of marine debris is any persistent solid material that is manufactured or processed and directly or indirectly, intentionally or unintentionally disposed of or abandoned into the marine environment or in the Great Lakes. Each person's actions has a collective and cumulative impact on the world. These may be positive or negative. Marine debris is one of the largest issues related to our world's oceans, but also the easiest to prevent through human actions. Debris enter the marine environment through improper disposal of trash on land or in the water. This can be from ships, offshore, gas platforms, storm drains, industrial facilities, waste disposal activities, and more. It travels through the ocean through waterways and wind. Once it has found its way to the ocean, it's very difficult to source where it came from, and it can be expensive to remove. Originally, marine debris were seen primarily as an eyesore. Now we know that marine debris cause serious issues with marine habitats, wildlife, human health, and also the economy. Over 8.8 billion tons of marine debris end up in our waterways and oceans every year. During the international cleanup in 2012, the most commonly found items during a beach cleanup were cigarettes, food wrappers and containers, plastic bottles, bags, caps and lids, plastic utensils, glass bottles, cans, and paper bags. When you think about all those items, the majority of those items are made up of plastic. It's the number one pollutant in our ocean. Plastic is part of our daily lives. Think about how many things in your home are made of plastic. So many items that you look around and see. Marine debris that are smaller than half a centimeter are classified as microplastics. Microplastics come primarily from personal care products such as body wash, face wash, or toothpaste, but they also come from the lint of our clothes as we wash them. They may also come indirectly from larger pieces of plastic that break down over time. Nurdles are tiny plastic pellets used in the manufacturing of all plastic items. This may include plastic bottles, bags, toys, and more. Nurdles range in size, though since they are artificially produced, they do not biodegrade in the environment, and so they last a very long time once they enter. Oftentimes they enter during the transportation, manufacturing, or distribution of plastic goods. Once plastic pollutants get into the environment, they oftentimes make their ways into waterways. This may include rivers or streams that outflow into the ocean. Once they end up in the ocean, they move through ocean currents and oftentimes end up in gyres. Gyres are small little patches in the ocean where pollutants collect. These are famously known as garbage patches. There are 5 garbage patches in the ocean, but the largest one is in the Pacific between Hawaii and California. This garbage patch is called the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. The Great Pacific Garbage Patch is about the size of Texas times 2. It can also range in size and get even larger. Now, the Great Pacific Garbage Patch isn't made of entirely plastic, but plastic dominates the waste that gathers there. It's not necessarily an island, but more so a collection of waste. The Pacific Garbage Patch is estimated to have 1.8 trillion pieces of plastic. This is enough to have 250 pieces of plastic per human on Earth. Some products that have plastic might surprise you. First, we might look at a very common face wash. This is one of the most common face wash that was around even when I was in high school. However, this face wash is notoriously known for having microbeads. The microbeads in these face washes and also the tiny bits of microplastics in our laundry does not filter in our sewage system. These things end up in our waterways. We're going to test using the Neutrogena Deep Clean Invigorating Scrub, the St. Ives Fresh Apricot Scrub, and the Coco-Kine Organic Sea Moss Exfoliator, and see which of these objects are made of microplastics and which have natural exfoliators. Polyethylene is the chemical most commonly used to make plastic microbeads. You can look on the back of products to see if you can find polyethylene as an ingredient. I have found polyethylene as an ingredient on this Deep Clean Invigorating Scrub. Now let's test to see if these microbeads will last in the water. We're going to shake it up so that all the soap is gone and leave it to rest as we work on our other products. The next product we're going to experiment with is the St. Ives Fresh Skin Apricot Scrub. In this product, I do not see polyethylene. We're going to shake this up just like we did in our first experiment. And let it sit. We may need to shake these items again. The last product we're going to test is the Coco-Kine Organic Sea Moss Exfoliator. This item also does not have polyethylene. As we allow these test subjects to settle, we might notice changes in their consistency. First, let's take a look at glass jar number 1. If we take a look at glass jar number 1, we'll see that tiny little beads are mixed in through the soap. Those tiny little beads are the microbeads that are oftentimes found in oceans. These are not filtered out through traditional sewage systems. In our next container, we can see that the beads have all fallen to the bottom. This is because these are made of natural exfoliants. In this jar, the color has changed from the combination of the sea moss, but the exfoliants are all on the bottom. A little bit more difficult to see in this experiment. In conclusion, if you're using products at home that have microbeads, try to find healthy alternatives, like the two that we showed you here, the St. Ives scrub and the Coco-Kine scrub. Both of these are natural exfoliants and better alternatives to the microbeads that you may have used. Many people believe that the current generation of children will help stop spread the growing plastic pollution and global warming problems that we face today. By participating in beach cleanups, using reusable water bottles or bags, or just spreading the words about marine debris, we can help make a change to help our Earth. Remember the wise words of Gandhi. Be the change you wish to see in the world. Please sign our plastic pollution pledge and join us on the mission to help protect our oceans.